Hello friends and welcome back to Espooky. We have a couple of creepy and paranormal videos to investigate, so let's dive right in. Espooky. The following video comes from Zona de Miedo from X. In this video, we see something that appears like a ghost. We can also hear it speak. How very interesting. But could this actually be real? Let's take a closer look. The scene starts off in someone's backyard or front yard. We see some sort of specter that goes through a hammock and then travels across the screen. It's interesting because you can see it go behind objects as well. And then you see the specter travel back in the deep background. Now, I want to point out that these type of effects, if they are done on a computer, would be very hard to do for someone that is not a skilled professional. As we can see here, the hammock is moving and the specter appears to be going right through it and then right behind an object. This is very hard to do to make something look like it's occupying a three-dimensional space. I think this video is legitimate. The following video comes from Squatch Watch from X. In this video, we see something that appears to be walking in between the woods. Very interesting. Could this be a ghost? Let's observe a little bit closer. As we can see here, in the close-up, it appears as if it has legs. Now that is very interesting. The other part that I find fascinating is that this thing appears to be emitting some sort of light. Now that is interesting. But could this actually be a ghost? Or is this some sort of CGI trickery? The interesting part that I find in this video is that you can see that the thing appears to be walking in between the trees, which is an interesting detail that a lot of people would not even bother with. So I think that what we're seeing here is probably real. But what do you think? The following video comes from Guardian4525 from Reddit. Here we have footage of mermaids. It's fascinating to think that these creatures might be real, but the question is, if they are to exist, would they look anything like this? Would they be humanoid in appearance? That is something that I've always pondered. Unfortunately for this video, I don't believe that what we're seeing is actually legitimate. If anything, this is a person in a half mermaid suit that was filmed in specific angles to give it this illusion, because we all understand that people like to do things for attention and clout. The following video comes from Paranormal Video from X. Now, what on earth is it that we're seeing here? This person appears to be interacting with some sort of ghost thing and then just smacks it. If you were to encounter a demon or spirit like this, would you do this? I know I wouldn't. The following video comes from Disturbing Vids from X. This video allegedly comes from Japan, and what it shows is the cryptid known as the Kappa. The Kappa is a Japanese cryptid that likes to live near sources of water like lakes or rivers. Unfortunately, Kappas are also known for drowning children, allegedly. But is this real, what we're seeing here? I don't think it is. I think that what we're seeing is poor CGI. The audio also doesn't match up. There doesn't appear to be a group of people there. The following video comes from Guardian4525 from Reddit. The video starts off with a couple arguing. The woman takes off running and then the man takes off running behind her. The weird thing is how the man appears to go after her. He runs like an animal. It's very strange. And then at one point, it also looks like his arms disappear. Now, is this possible? I know that there are people that can actually run like this. It just takes practice. It's not something that a lot of people can do. As for the arms disappearing, well, that could be done digitally. So what do you think? Real or not? I don't think that it is. The following video comes from Zona de Miedo from X. The video starts off with a man that appears to be investigating a noise or disturbance that's coming from his barn behind his house. It is a very creepy situation, made even more creepy by the appearance of a shadow person. I personally admire how brave some people are for living in such isolation and then being brave enough to go investigate when they hear or suspect things in the pitch darkness. These are definitely scenarios that I would personally never put myself in. And here we see the shadow being in slow motion. It's very strange looking, and you can see that it is completely encased in pure darkness. But could this be real? Or is that just a human being dressed in all black? Either way, it's enough to send this person running scared. As frightening as this video may be, I will give you my opinion on it. I think that the possibility is that this person has encountered some sort of prowler, that this isn't anything paranormal and just unfortunately human, that this person up there was either trying to find a place to sleep and is completely dressed in black and had other sinister motives, or that this is some sort of a fake video made to scare people, which is a possibility. Well, friends, you reached the halfway point of another video. Just a quick reminder to subscribe to the channel and to leave a like to the video. The following video comes from Naturals Lit from X. Behold the power of nature. This is a water buffalo. Now that is one pissed off cow. The following video comes from Paranormal Video from X. This video here is a couple of years old. It starts off with a couple who appear to have just bought a new home, and there also appears to be an occupant already living in this home. How frightening. This would be absolutely terrifying to see a creature with glowing eyes. Frightening. But is this real? Unfortunately, there is no more information on this video, and all we have is these images here. Regardless, it makes for a disturbing watch. The following video comes from Demon King 2505 from Reddit. What is it that we are seeing here? We see a pair of glowing eyes, and also, if we look closely, what appear to be horns. Could this be the infamous Goat Man, or is this some sort of demon? I have applied a filter to the footage and we can see the silhouette of whatever it is that's there. You can clearly see the horns and you can see what appears to be a body outline. How strange. Whatever this is, it appears to be big. Do you think this is real or a hoax? Because I don't know. The following video comes from Sitio Paranormal from X. This video is interesting simply because of the mundane things that these people are doing. This man appears to be changing a light bulb, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, something paranormal happens. A face appears to come through the wall and scares the man and the woman holding the camera. It's very fascinating, and these are the types of videos that I like, simply because they appear to be not involved in anything paranormal, and then things happen. That being said as well, it is also very easy to do something like this with digital technology and using a computer and apps. So in this case, as interesting as this may be, I don't think it's real, but it does make for a great watch. The following video comes from Paranormal Bloke from X. My friend sent me this video over, and it has been around the internet for a couple of years now, but it is very interesting nonetheless. A woman or a person appears to just appear out of nowhere and hit the floor really hard. Very fascinating. But is this real? My friend says that he can't explain it properly, but if he were to guess, what we are seeing here is cuts in editing, that because the footage is so blurry that it is easy to hide the editing cuts where the woman would just appear. The video is interesting, but I would have to agree with him. The following video comes from Kurt Science from X. I apologize in advance for the graphic nature of this video. However, it is fascinating. Supposedly, what we are seeing here is some sort of experiment. This creature crawls into a woman. How disturbing. But could this be real? Let's think about it logically. This creature here appears to be fully grown, and the woman doesn't appear to be moving at all. It appears to be a doll. So if anything, I would have to say that this is just a really creepy video that was made for effect. Really gross, really scary, but not real. Thank God. The following video comes from Dr. Muerte BDF from X. From what I understand, this footage comes from an old and abandoned jail somewhere in the United States. It's not clear as to where. The interesting parts is that you can see some sort of shadow creature or shadow thing that appears to show up in front of the camera. Now, what could this be? Is this some sort of ghost of a disembodied person or an ex-inmate? Very interesting to think about. Or is this just a case of pareidolia, where we tend to see things that are not there and we give them human attributions? What do you think? I think that given the nature of the video, and if it is supposedly in a jail or an abandoned jail, then it's possible, because a lot of negative energy gets trapped in these places. Believe me, I used to work in one. So when people say that negativity gets trapped and it manifests in this fashion, I would tend to say, well, yes, it is a big possibility. But I'll leave it up to you to decide. I think it's possible. What do you think? Well, friends, you reached the end of another video. As you can see, some of these videos were truly paranormal, and others were, well, clearly not. But that is just the nature of this type of industry. We're supposed to be able to sit down, analyze these videos, and think to ourselves, is that real or am I being tricked? Anyways, friends, that's it for tonight. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.